Hey everyone, so welcome back, and today I'm reviewing my hero in the mini claw market. That is the Alpaca Prize from Pipeline Games. Now, why is this thing, in my opinion, so great? What do I like about it, and is there anything that I hate about it? Well, let's go over that one step at a time here. As you can see, this one is actually fully set up, ready to deploy into the field. Typically, this is how I set my claws up. This is a stackerless DBA. They're about $50 direct ship from China, so don't pay more than $50 for them. And as you can see, it just shoots right into the middle of the claw machine. This is not ideal. However, I have picked about $400 out of the center of this thing with the stackerless on this exact machine without an issue. It just kind of goes everywhere. And that is kind of a bad design, but I'll tell you why it's not. This claw machine is designed for one of two things. One, an FEC, because you could run this theoretically in an FEC. The second is a route operator with money. This is not a cheap claw machine. The list price on this is $2,200. Depending on when you buy it, if you buy it after a show, before a show, you could pay as little as $1,000 or as much as $1,800. But I don't think the $1,000 is out there as a deal anymore. You might be able to score these for $1,600, $1,800. So this is probably the most expensive mini on the market today. Why? Why is it so expensive? But we'll get to that in a minute. One of the things you need to know is it's designed to run with a stacker. Not just any stacker, a 110 volt stacker. So it says 220 volts there. Obviously, it's not in America. In America, we're 120 volts. So you'd plug this into a stacker. That's what most people are going to do. You can run it off of 12 volts. There is a 12 volt DBA option here. You'll see I have my Niax adapter wire plugged into that, so that makes hooking the Niax up as simple as plugging in this Y adapter, and it leaves this Y adapter and it comes out here, and you'll see the yellow cord. I've got it hooked up to the gift counter here with the blue wire, pulse 2, and then it goes straight up to the Niax. Pretty simple. You do it to drill out the holes for your Niax. It's not pre-drilled. I don't like that, but hey, I don't own the company. I always keep a coin mech because I will typically find in my claw machines anywhere from $8 to $20 a month in quarters. Those are quarters that you probably wouldn't have otherwise. So for the $12 for this goofy thing, I put them on. Let's get into the nuts and bolts of this. Let's see why this is, in my opinion, the best claw machine and the most expensive one in the market. Let's look up here first. So this is your Gantry. This is one of the smallest mini gantries I've ever seen for height. Give you an idea with my own hand here. My hands are quite large because I'm 6 foot tall. Gives you an idea. I would say it's about 2.5 inches tall, or 2.5 inches below the actual rod, maybe 6 inches below the lights in the ceiling up here. Again, you've got one LED in the middle up here. Not ideal. That should probably be in the front or in the back, or 3 of them that you could kind of unhook. I don't like that. It is hard soldered. These are not ideal. You see down here you can unplug it. Nope, they did not put a plug on it. Instead, they soldered it. So that is not ideal. The prize area on mine holds 150 items. The new one has a deeper prize well. This is a testing club version, so the new one's going to be a little bit different. Alright, so now let's look at the inner workings. Let's see how this compares to a Candy Machines claw. This is a made in China claw, so keep that in mind. But let's see how it compares to Candy Machines and the $250 China Special. Oh. Now immediately you should see a difference here. Let's see when you spot it. Gonna give you a hint. It's right over here. Look at that. We got 2 power supplies. Now, why do we have 2 power supplies? Why do we have this one on the left and that one on the right? So we have 120 watt. Meanwhile, it's an actual decent power supply company. Why do we have 2? Well, one of them is for the gantry. One of them is for the rest of the claw machine. So you have your own independent power supply for just the gantry. That makes sense because here is their common board. This is the motherboard that they use on all their claw machines. It has a card slot, and I believe that you can add music in that unless I'm mistaken. It does have Wi-Fi built in. Where's that little antenna? Here it is. There's the antenna wire coming from the Wi-Fi card up there. Kind of just hangs out on the motherboard there for the antenna. So, this, in my opinion, is a superior motherboard to everybody else's. The built-in Wi-Fi allows you to connect it to the cloud app that's proprietary for Pipeline Games, and the double power supply. That's the superiority right there. You've got the motherboard, you get the double power supply, one for the gantry and crane, one for the electronics. Now, as far as construction, this is like a waste bin material. Let's not kid ourselves. It's thicker and stronger than a Rubbermaid container, but it is like the dumpster that you put out to the street. In the bottom, you've got a heavy piece of wood. That piece of wood is what gives it its weight and keeps it from tipping over. This is your back access panel. That's metal. It is steel. This on the bottom is not steel. The sides are not steel. There's nothing on the bottom to rust from people mopping and going crazy with a mop on the floor. That's why this claw machine is going to physically outlast any of the Chinese. Up here, you've got steel and you've got a back wrap. Something that nobody else is doing right now. See that? Pipeline is the only one doing a back wrap universally across all of their claw machines. It looks amazing out on location. Yes, the looks can be a little bit for some people. This claw machine has really grown on me. I love it. I love the looks. The customers love the looks of this machine. The operation is wonderful. The price shoot is a little bit janky. I don't like that it's not set up for a drop style DBA, but again, for $150 more, you can get a nice pyramid unit and stick on here. It does fit the stacker. There's plenty of room in here for a very deep stacker. I'd say at least a 750 bill will get around this. If you wanted to ditch your quarters, you could put 1,000 stacker on here. Now, what would you do with 1,000 stacker and that deep of a prize? Well, I have no idea, but it could be done. Let's say you've got some really high value prizes in there. You keep it at a 15 or 20 to 1 win ratio. Yeah, you could certainly use the 1,000 bill stacker on this machine, and you can always run the Nyax. Anyway, this has been the Alpaca Prize from Pipeline Games. My choice for the best mini claw on the market in 2025. They're bringing out a new one soon. Can't wait to see it. I'd love to do a review on it. Thanks for watching.